Before we dive deep into Might Delete Later, it's important to understand the artist behind the music, Jermaine Lamar Cole, better known as J. Cole. Over the years, Cole has evolved from a young rapper with a dream into one of the most influential and respected figures in hip-hop today. Born in Frankfurt, Germany and raised in Fayetteville, North Carolina, J. Cole's upbringing had a profound impact on his artistry. He first gained recognition with his mixtape The Come Up in 2007, but it wasn't until the warm-up 2009 that people really started paying attention. In 2009, Cole became the first artist signed to Jay-Z's Roc Nation label, setting the stage for his commercial breakthrough. His debut album, Cole World: The Sideline Story 2011, debuted at No. 1 on the Billboard 200, establishing him as a force in the game. Songs like Work Out and Can't Get Enough quickly became radio staples, showcasing his ability to blend catchy hooks with introspective lyricism. It was with 2014 Forest Hills Drive that J. Cole truly solidified his place in hip-hop history. The album, named after his childhood home, was deeply personal, reflecting on themes of fame, identity, and homecoming. Let's not forget it went double platinum with no features. A badge of honor that fans continue to celebrate. From Born Sinner to For Your Eyes Only to COD, J. Cole has consistently used his music to speak on real-life issues, whether it's systemic racism, drug addiction, or his own journey through fame. His ability to balance deeply personal narratives with socially conscious commentary is what sets him apart. Take COD, for example. Released in 2018, the album explored addiction in all its forms, whether to drugs, money, or technology. It was a clear departure from his previous works, with J. Cole experimenting more with melodies and trap-inspired production while staying true to his roots as a lyricist. With each album, Cole has shown growth not just as a rapper but as a storyteller. His introspective approach and ability to tackle tough subjects in a way that resonates with listeners have made him a standout in the genre. Now, leading up to Might Delete Later, we see J. Cole at a different stage of his career. Gone are the days of chasing mainstream hits or radio-friendly anthems. In this album, Cole dives even deeper into vulnerability, with a sound that blends the raw lyricism of his early days, more experimental production, and unfiltered emotion. His previous album, The Off-Season, already hinted at this evolution. With tracks like My Life and Pride is the Devil, Cole began exploring more nuanced aspects of his personality, his flaws, his fears, and his frustrations with both himself and the world around him. Might Delete Later pushes these boundaries even further. Sound on Might Delete Later is noticeably more introspective and lo-fi, incorporating softer beats and even moments of silence to let Cole's words sink in. It's clear that at this point in his career, J. Cole is less focused on commercial success and more on creating art that reflects his personal growth and evolution. From a young dreamer with a mixtape to a cultural icon who continues to push the boundaries of his artistry, J. Cole's journey is one of constant evolution. And with Might Delete Later, we get a glimpse into a side of him that's raw, unfiltered, and completely in tune with the realities of life in the digital age. J. Cole is one of the most introspective and socially conscious voices in modern hip-hop. Has done it again. His latest album, Might Delete Later, is more than just a musical release, it's a statement. An evolution of his artistry that dives deeper into personal struggles, societal critique, and vulnerability than ever before. Released on April 5th, Might Delete Later came at a pivotal point in J. Cole's career. Now let's dive into the background of this album, its place in his discography, the major themes that J. Cole tackles in this body of work. By the time Might Delete Later dropped, J. Cole had already solidified his status as one of the greatest storytellers in hip-hop. Coming off the introspective, politically charged The Off-Season 2021, Cole's latest project marks a stark shift in both sound and subject matter. Whereas his earlier work often reflected on his upbringing, pressures of fame, and systemic issues in America, Might Delete Later finds Cole in a much more introspective and raw space. The album takes a deeper look at his personal insecurities, mental health battles, and the conflict between privacy and vulnerability in an age of oversharing. Thematically, Might Delete Later centers on the impermanence of life, relationships, and fame. Inspired by the isolation and self-reflection that came with the pandemic, J. Cole touches on the struggles of maintaining authenticity in a world obsessed with social media validation. The title itself, Might Delete Later, is off the social media trend of posting something deeply personal, embarrassing, with the disclaimer that it may not stay up for long. A metaphor for the fleeting nature of modern life. Everything feels temporary, whether it's a post, a moment of fame, or even a relationship. J. Cole has always been known for keeping his production in-house, but on Might Delete Later he collaborates with a few up-and-coming producers, bringing a fresh sound to the project while still maintaining his signature introspective vibe. Might Delete Later is more than just another chapter in J. Cole's career, it's a reflection of where he's at, as both an artist and a human being grappling with vulnerability, a world where everything is on display. Stay tuned as we break down the tracks, explore the deeper messages behind this powerful album. Crocodile Tears by J. Cole. This track is more than just another song, it's a statement. Vicious reminder that Cole isn't here to play games. He's here to cement his position at the top of the rap hierarchy. And he doesn't care who gets caught in the crossfire. Let's dive deep into this. We're talking about a track where J. Cole gives no from his wordplay to his clever shots at rivals. It's all calculated. This is rap domination. So let's break down the bars and figure out why Cole is claiming he's not just on top, but on an entirely different level. First up, this line right here.
Said I was finished, but I want another 2 summers.
Back in 2020, J. Cole teased his exit from the game with talks of the fall-off, potential final album. But here, he's flat out saying, I'm not done yet. You thought I was gone? I'm here for at least 2 more summers. It's like a warning, he's giving us more of that fire before considering bowing out. Cole keeps flirting with the idea of retirement, but every time we think he's out, he drops another masterpiece, reminding us why we need him.
Hall of Famer hungrier than all the newcomers.
This isn't just a line, this is Cole saying, I'm a legend, and I'm still outworking every single one of you. You think, cause Cole's been in the game for years, that he's lost his hunger? Nah, he's hungrier than ever. While these new rappers are out here chasing clout, Cole's chasing legacy. He's not just competing with the newcomers, he's leaving them in the dust. Now here's where it gets spicy.
I swear they compare, but the truth humble.
Oh, you thought Cole and Kendrick were cool? Maybe? But this is a shot. Kendrick dropped Humble a while back, and Cole's flipping that wordplay right here. He's letting it be known he's aware of the competition, but deep down Kendrick's not touching him. The reminder that Cole's at the top, and anyone else claiming that crown, they're lying to themselves. Cole stays humble, but the truth, that's a different story. This bar though,
They give 112, he couldn't do numbers.
let's talk about the RB Group 112. They were with Bad Boy Records, but we all know how Diddy fed over his artists. Cole's saying these new rappers, they're out here signing deals, but they can't move units. Diddy style fairy all over again. Cole's been in the industry long enough to know the game, and he's making sure he's not one of those artists who gets played.
Joaquin Phoenix walked the line, I'm about cash.
Joaquin Phoenix walked the line. Cole's referencing the movie about Johnny Cash. He's about the money, but more importantly, he's walking that fine line between commercial success and artistic integrity. Just like Cash, Cole's about that business. But this ain't just about getting paid, it's about getting what he's owed. He's making sure the label knows that too. He's a effing genius when it comes to numbers, and if they owe him, they better pay up. Now,
Benjamin Button getting younger as the hours pass.
if you don't know, Benjamin Button is that dude who ages backward, right? Here's the deeper layer. While other rappers burn out, lose steam, or get washed, Cole's reversing that trend. He's only getting better with time, like he's aging in reverse. These other rappers, they fall off. Cole gets sharper, more potent, like wine aging to perfection.
Should do the freshman cover twice, I'm never outclassed.
Look, J. Cole was on that XXL freshman cover back in 2010, and since then, he surpassed every name on that list. Pill? OJ Da Juiceman? Where the F are they now? Exactly. Cole's saying even if he did that cover again, he'd still be the best, always ahead of the game, never outclassed. He's got the resume to back it up. And then we hit the line that sums it all up.
Crocodile tears, know I'm on a tier that they don't see.
Here's the genius. This line hits on 2 levels. Fake tears. Crocodile tears, those fake ass, insincere cries. That's these rappers trying to keep up with Cole. Tier lists. You know those tier lists where S tier is the highest. Yeah, Cole's saying he's above even that. He's on a level they can't even fathom. They don't even realize how far ahead he is because they're too busy crying fake ass tears. This is pure dominance. Cole's saying these other rappers, they're not competition. They're playing in a different effing league, one they'll never reach. The Kobe line.
Yeah, I vividly remember who was there.
He doesn't even have to finish it, we know the rhyme. Kobe, this is a tribute to one of the greatest. Cole's telling us that when he's at the top, he knows who supported him, who was loyal, and he's paying homage to Kobe Bryant, a legend who never forgot the journey, never forgot where he came from, just like Cole won't. Before we wrap this up completely, I want to talk about a few things that didn't make it into the main breakdown. Let's go back to this bar.
Yes, sir, it's me, not 2, not 3, the uno, DOAT, I need my feet. kudos.
This is Cole coming in heavy. For years, people have been talking about the big three in rap: Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. But here, Cole's saying F all that. He doesn't want to be in any big three. He's putting himself at the top, calling himself the GOAT, the undisputed #1. No Kendrick, no Drake, just Cole. Now I know some of you out there are probably getting in your feelings. Maybe you're team Kendrick, or maybe you think Drake's still out here winning. But let's be real for a second. When it comes to consistent storytelling, lyrical depth, and artistry, Cole is on a whole different plane right now. He's not chasing streams or clout, he's chasing legacy. That's why he says he needs his fee. F kudos. He doesn't need your praise, your congratulations. He knows what he's worth, and he wants to be paid accordingly. That line right there, it speaks volumes. Cole's tired of being seen as just one of the best. He wants to be the best, period. And when you look at the current rap landscape, you gotta admit he's got a damn strong case. Then there's this line that stands out in a big way.
They sound faded, they downgraded, they Pluto.
This is Cole flexing on a whole other level. On the surface, it sounds like he's taking a shot at Future, right? Known for that drugged out, slur style. Cole's saying these other rappers sound faded, like they've lost their sharpness and they've downgraded. But let's dig a bit deeper. The double entendre here is effing brilliant. Cole's not just dissing Future, he's also referencing Pluto, the planet that was downgraded to a dwarf planet. So he's comparing these rappers to something that was once seen as big, important, but now they're insignificant. Just like Pluto, they've been demoted. Meanwhile, Cole's out here calling himself a star. Bigger than Mars, bigger than anything in their orbit. This line isn't just about Future or some petty diss, it's Cole drawing a line in the sand. He's making it clear, I'm not just one of you guys, I'm on a whole different effing level. Let's talk about the music for a second. That piano progression, cold, it's menacing, almost cinematic. The way it creeps in makes you feel like something big is about to happen. This whole track has this eerie, sinister vibe, almost like Cole is plotting something. And you can't help but feel the tension. It's like he's preparing us for the fall off without outright saying it. The production here is minimalist, but in the best way possible. There's enough space for J. Cole's bars to breathe, and that's intentional. The piano gives it this haunting feel. The drums hit hard enough to remind you this is still rap, this is still a battle. This song isn't just another flex, it's a career-defining moment. It's a message that he's not here to be remembered as just another rapper. He's aiming to be remembered as the rapper, the one who stood above the rest, even when his contemporaries were busy putting out hits or chasing fame. Cole is chasing something much more important: respect. Eternal effing respect. This track, with its layered metaphors, its vicious wordplay, and its subtle yet brutal shots at the competition, shows Cole at his best. A rapper who's aware of his place in the game, and who knows that no matter what, no one can take that from him. Cole's final message? He's done with the crocodile tears. He's done with the fakes, the pretenders, and the wannabes. He's above them all, and he's letting them know that if they thought they could compete, they're playing themselves. Cole is the GOAT, and if you don't like it, too effing bad. Crocodile Tears may be fake, but J. Cole's place in the rap game, that's as real as it gets. First off, Ready 24 is about asserting power, and Cole does not waste any time getting straight to it. Cameron's presence alone, known for his flashy, unapologetic style, sets the tone for this track. The energy is cold, yet undeniably confident. The hook grabs you by the throat, and both Cole and Cameron are here to remind the world that in 2024, they're taking no prisoners.
I do what I want, you do what you allow.
Alright, straight out the gate, Cole sets the hierarchy clear. He's talking about the difference between those who set the rules and those who follow them. Most people, they're stuck in systems, whether it's society, labels, or the limits they impose on themselves. But J. Cole? Nah, he's above that. He's the boss, the one making the moves, while everyone else is chained by their own fear or mediocrity. They do what they're allowed to do, but Cole does whatever the hell he wants. Think about the level of confidence it takes to open a track with that bar. He's already telling you you're beneath me, and let's not forget Cole ain't just flexing. His career, his moves, his artistry, they've always been beyond industry norms. He's independent, self-made, and still one of the most respected names in the game. Flex on EM King.
These verses heinous, so of course they train us throwing towels.
This one's violent, bro. Cole's saying his verses are so damn vicious that his competitors' coaches, their cornermen, are literally throwing in the towel, surrendering. This is the imagery of a boxing ring, with Cole lyrically knocking out rappers, and their teams giving up to avoid further humiliation. It's that knockout blow, the type of heat that ends careers. When you got that kind of power, nobody wants to step into the ring with you. And just in case you're doubting Cole's claims, his track record speaks for itself. He's known for consistently dropping dropping fire, no misses, no cap. His pens are like weapons, cutting through the competition with precision.
Talk slick, one shot, art, forensics outlining your sock.
Bruh, Cole's on some deadly shit here. One shot, that's all it takes. One line, one diss, and it's a wrap for you. He's not playing. The image of forensics outlining your socks on the pavement is dark, cold, and gritty as hell. He's implying that he can take anyone out with just a single bar. This isn't just some typical rap bravado, it's a warning. You talk slick, you talk reckless about J. Cole, expect a response that'll end your career, leave you metaphorically dead on the streets.
Poor decision, mortician, outpining your box.
Now we're getting into some real cold-blooded territory. Poor decisions lead to a mortician climbing into your coffin. Here's where it gets clever. Alpinen, which sounds like mountain climbing, is also a reference to pine wood, often used to make coffins. The death imagery is vivid and relentless. One wrong move, and Cole's sending you 6 feet under. And let's not forget, there's a subtle jab here, could be aimed at his competition, or maybe even specific rappers who thought they could come for the throne. Cole doesn't just beat them, he buries them.
Raw pitching, caught vision, dish pounds on a block.
Talking that trap life talk, raw pitching, whether you're flipping drugs or flipping verses, it's about that hustle. Basketball reference with court vision just adds another layer. He's seen moves before they happen, always one step ahead, whether it's on the block or in life. Cole keeps that New York grit alive, and his chemistry with Cameron on this track, man, it's electric. Now let's talk about the beat. This track samples Barbara Mason's Yes I'm Ready, a classic soul record, but J. Cole and the producers flipped it into something that's both nostalgic and futuristic. It's smooth, almost comforting, but it's got this underlying intensity, like something's about to go down. And you know what else? This beat, especially with that sample, taps into the classic Diplomats era. For those who don't know, Cameron's crew, the Diplomats, put Harlem rap on the map in the early 2000s, and one of their most iconic tracks, I'm Ready, is mirrored in this song. That's why this track slaps harder than just your average J. Cole song. It's paying homage to two legends at the same time, Barbara Mason and Cam's Dipset era. And trust me, they knew what they were doing with that sample. It brings out a vibe that's both timeless and raw. It's the perfect backdrop for these two lyrical juggernauts to trade bars over. Let's get back to Cole.
Cole never snooze, won't even stop my alarm clock.
This line right here, he's saying there's no rest, no off days, no slacking, ever. The man is relentless, doesn't even stop his own damn alarm clock because he's too focused, too locked in on the mission. And by the way, this is a subtle flex about his work ethic. Rappers come and go, but Cole, he's still here, still grinding like he's got something to prove, even though he's already a GOAT.
Olympic level diving, I promise I won't flop.
Man, the man's not slowing down, he's diving into 2024 head first, and he's not about to flop. Hell no, J. Cole is telling us he's got Olympic level skills, no fear of falling off, no risk of irrelevance. He's making sure that when it's time to go out, he's leaving as a legend, not someone who fizzles out. And that's the beauty of this song. Cole's reminding us all that when he's ready to retire, it'll be on his terms at the peak of his career, with no apologies.
Shout to Ryan Coog, that shit was scary to view.
Now this line right here, it hits differently. Cole's referencing Ryan Coogler's Fruitvale Station, which tells the tragic story of Oscar Grant, an unarmed black man murdered by police. The movie was emotional, and for many people, including Jay, it hit too close to home.
Cause his worst fear is getting stopped by the wrong cop.
And there it is, the fear that every black man in America has. One wrong interaction with the wrong cop, and your life can end in seconds. Cole brings us back to reality, shifting from flexing to survival mode. He's not just a rapper talking shit, he's a black man speaking on the very real anxieties he faces every day. This bar serves as a reminder that despite all his success, all his fame, he's still a target in the eyes of a racist system. And this isn't just a bar to vibe to, a call out. Call out to the police, society, to anyone who still doesn't see the danger black Americans face on a daily basis. And don't get it twisted, Cole's been vocal about these issues before, but on this track, putting that raw emotion right in your face with no filter.
I used to see fiends looking for crook like they phone dropped.
This is some cold wordplay, bruh. Crackheads, people strung out, desperate for their next hit, looking for crack as frantically as someone might look for their phone after they drop it. And it's a damn sad reality Cole's painting here. The desperation in those people mirrors our obsession with technology today. We've replaced addiction to drugs with addiction to our screens. It's a subtle social critique hidden in a dope bar, and that's what makes Cole such a master of his craft. He's not just throwing out rhymes, he's making you think about the world, about yourself.
I'm trying to get more bread than Patrick Mahomes got.
Matter of fact, do irregular on the regular.
And here's the crown jewel of the track Cam's defining his entire career in one line. Do irregular on the regular, meaning he's always out here doing the impossible, doing what other rappers can't even fathom. And this right here is what sets Cameron apart. He's not regular, constantly evolving, constantly pushing boundaries, constantly ready to surprise you. Think about it, how many rappers can drop a song like this, mixing street bars with social commentary while still making it sound smooth as hell? Not many, my friends, not many. Alright, let me sum this up for you. Ready 24 is a lyrical masterpiece. It's got everything: bravado, introspection, wordplay, and even social commentary. It's a track that reminds you why J. Cole is one of the best to ever do it. He's not just ready for 2024, he's already there, planting the flag, waiting for the rest of the game to catch up. Cameron's feature is the cherry on top, bringing that raw, unapologetic Harlem energy, and the production is flawless, giving us both nostalgia and a fresh sound that pushes the genre forward. This isn't just another song off an album, this is a statement.